It's going good. I mean, this is a busy day today. We got everything jammed together. So
Jordan gets to start us off. He's the first question guy.
We talked a lot about Dominic Cooney so far during fall camp. I'm just curious about what you've seen from his progression from coming up a level, starting at guard, and now maybe being someone at tackle for you guys.
His progression has been exciting to watch. Very talented, strong player. Has a lot of composure. I think he has the ability to play any position we ask him to play. He played center all spring and did a great job. So fitting him out there at left tackle, which I think is what he was playing at Central Missouri at the time that he left too. He feels pretty comfortable there too. So I mean, he can do anything we need him to do. He's a pretty flexible guy, but we like him at left tackle right now.
Did you see that in him when you were recruiting him, or did you think he was going to be a guard all the way?
Well, there wasn't a ton of clips on that last one, but you could see you could see the player for sure. Yeah, he was a player.
Armaje Reed-Adams is someone we just asked Coach Leipold about. Can you talk about his progression since you guys got here?
Oh, wow, that would be a long story, but he really has done a great job. I mean, from losing all the weight, which I think takes a lot of dedication. That's a lot of hard work. He might have been about 380, and he lost all the weight our first year, and really worked hard to learn the system. Good athlete, still a big man. I think he's 320 something, but he can move that around pretty well. We feel pretty good about that. His progression, you know, we've kind of kept him at guard. He jokes with me a little bit about playing tackle every now and then. I said, well, we'll keep you at guard, maybe snap, maybe get you snap a little bit, but he's done a nice job too.
And what do you feel like he brings to that offensive line room in general?
Well, he's a guy that I want to say, in a way, brings levity at times. I mean, he's a great guy to interact with. He also can be really focused, but honestly, yeah, he does enjoy the game. I mean, he likes to get out there and have some fun, and I like that too. So
yeah, when you look at the room overall right at practice, there are several guys that have started Power 5 games before. How much is the depth of the room? Can you talk about how much it's changed since the first day you got here to now?
Yeah, boy, I don't want to remember those times. I would say, yeah, it was a real struggle to probably get 5 together. You know, the first year you're kind of praying. Last year there's no injuries, and having guys tough some stuff out, to be quite honest, and they did a good job of that. But the depth, and the biggest positive to the depth, I guess, is the competition. You know, I mean, iron sharpens iron. These guys understand that they are in a competition, and it's not necessarily for the number 2 right guard spot. All right, it's for the 6th man. You know, it's a 6th man, it's a 7th man, it's the 8th man. It's not just one spot. So we're putting the best guy out there. They all understand that. So that competition for that has been that's been intense, but it's been really good too. So.
When you have that level of returning depth that you guys do, how do you kind of balance, you know, giving the existing players their time versus giving newcomers opportunities to shine?
Yeah, I mean, you know, spring ball is a little bit different than fall camp. I mean, in spring ball, you're obviously get a lot more reps around that way. But honestly, are you saying like newcomers, like freshmen, brand new, or?
I mean, even transfers too. Like, you know, like Spencer Wells, a guy we've heard a lot of positive.
Okay, all right. Easy answer there. I mean, there's 10 spots out there. I mean, and we've got probably 11 guys kind of working the most in all those spots. So reps are not that much of an issue for that group of guys.
Any other questions?
Calvin Clements is someone I think you talked a little bit about during spring practice, but it seems like he's working with the twos. Just what's kind of his growth look like, and how impressed have you been for him to be just a freshman?
Well, I think he's done a really good job as a freshman. He came in obviously early, you know, and that helped out quite a bit, just understanding what's going on. And there's things technically, playing lower, getting stronger. He's a very big person though. He'll be a good offensive lineman. I like, one of my favorite things about him, honestly, he has a lot of composure to himself too. He's never too high, never too low. He understands I'm out here to get better, to work. It's not gonna overwhelm him. You know, that's been really good to see. So.
And James,
go ahead.
James Livingston obviously missed most of last season, but just what have you seen from him generally?
Yeah, James has been able to do some stuff where we haven't obviously hit anybody, but he's done a great job keeping his weight where he needs to be, and still, not being able to lift a lot of upper body because of the shoulder. But I'm pretty impressed with him even before, like, he had enough reps in spring football. But I think he will be where we want him to be when he comes back too. Now, missing fall camp is kind of like missing a spring ball, probably a little bit more, honestly, because there's way more reps involved with that. But he's another kid, I think, that keep using the word composure. Like, they understand while we're out there playing a game every day, you have to fail to get better, to be honest. And you can't keep failing all the time. But they all understand, it's a work day. This is what I need to improve on, 1% better. I mean, all that stuff, they're very composed. They understand that. I think that is a good trait for an offensive lineman. So,
with Mike Nowitzki back healthy, just having him healthy again, what does that mean for your group and for that group that's out there?
Well, first off, I think it was great for the room to not have him out there in the spring. Having to do a lot of stuff, whether it was Pooney playing center or Mike Ford playing center or Trey playing center, all those guys did a really good job for us and kind of kept everything together. I mean, you're obviously directing traffic out there. For Dirk to be back out there, I think he's a guy that they obviously look to, but there's more than one guy. I think it's a guy that they know that has had a lot of starts under his belt. He knows what he's saying, and he can tell everybody what to do on every single play. Sometimes it gets to be a little bit much, but hey, just let him figure it out, Dirk, type of a deal. But honestly, it's exciting to have him back there. He's played a lot of football, and I'm glad we were able to give him the spring off. And he's excited to get back into it too, because he hasn't been playing since bowl game, so and anything. So really good.
Scott, when you leave here, you get to go home where you got a couple sons who are offensive linemen. What's that like to just be able to talk football and go?
Yeah, that's been great, honestly. And I get them over for the night practices, and they don't really want to get up too much for the morning ones. But they come over and they watch O-line Indy, and we will talk football and technique and O-line. Pretty excited for Hank. He picked a place, and the other two kind of coming up, but that is that's really nice. Appreciate that question. Yeah.
Anything else for Coach?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.